let's go ahead and let's look at the x68000 port. This was released, I believe, in 1988, and it was ported by Dempa. Get to talking about them in a second. Oh, great. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if it looks cut off, I designed the cropping to fit this game exactly. This emulator, different versions have been on and off with how they actually scale things and stuff. Also one thing you might notice, I'm actually trying out streaming in 1080p. My internet seems good enough for it, and the fact that I probably have quality options, pretty much every time means that I think the overall barriers to that were removed. So yeah, let's take a look at this port. So interestingly, in the menu, the controls are reversed. I'm pressing up and it goes down. Anyway, but if we go to mode, we can change that. So rank, I'm gonna set it to easy just because this port, I'm not sure if there's a way to get continues at all, and I at least want to show off some of it. You know, I don't need to see a lot of it because, again, I show this off in my Sega Super Scalar stream. I just want to show how it actually looks normally. So yeah, joystick normal, Harrier 5. And then you see there's a BGM at the bottom, but you can't actually select that. I'm actually not sure off the top of my head if this game is compatible with the Cyber Stick or not. Interestingly. But yeah, if you want the full sound test, you go here. I guess that was added in later because originally they would not have, okay. Yeah, originally they would not have, they just had that one thing on the mode selection, so I guess, yeah, this was added in a bit. So, without further ado, I think it's time we got on with the game. Oh, they do have a continue option. Okay.
Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
So, the first thing you might notice is that the floor is not checkerboard. It uses some kind of gradient stripes, which is weird, but I guess that did help performance. Interestingly, the PC Engine port of this game by NEC Avenue does the same thing, which adds to my theory that Dempa was in some way either involved or provided some of the inspiration for how those ports were handled, because their port of Afterburner 2 also actually let you use the XE1 AP with an adapter, and that was Microsoft's HAD version of the Cyber Stick. I do actually own that controller that I found junk for fairly cheap, and it works pretty well. Maybe not in perfect condition, but oh yeah. Also, you notice the sound is pretty close, but it's not exact. I think the original arcade hardware actually used two YM2203 chips, while this one has a single YM2151, so... And then the PCM is, yeah, it's a bit harsher than still, this was probably the best way you could play this game at home back in the day. Certainly miles ahead better than basically any other home computer port at the time. Though there is a bit of loading between stages, but... Oh, I wanted to show the voice clip for when he trips over a bush, but... I guess it's too late for that. I could do that once I'm done with this credit. yeah, so I was about to talk about that in a second when I remembered, and not constantly crashing into things. So Dempa, some of the former staff that was involved there eventually formed a studio called Uchibo Games, and they actually handled the ports of Space Harrier and Afterburner to the 32X, as well as a lot of the Sega Ages ports on the Saturn. And I think pretty much every port of Space Harrier since then has been in some way based on that code, because, you know, once you got the 32X, the Saturn has the same CPU architecture, and the Dreamcast also does, so it was just a matter, really, of porting it that way, and then later version seems to also be based on that, according to some fan sites that I saw. So yeah, Dempa, they started off with the here, and they would just keep on making very good ports of this game. Honestly, this is a good port. Like, yeah, there's no reason to play this particular version over any of the future ones that are much better, but at least for what you can get for your machine, if you bought a high-end machine, I think you would be happy. Yeah, Fel.
Get ready.
I think that's what I was talking about there. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, even the modern ports in Yakuza and stuff are also there. I'm not, like, 100% certain on necessarily the 3DS port, and probably the Mega Drive Mini 2 port was done from the ground up, so that one probably doesn't have the same quirks, but most of them do. Play at least into the third stage, just so you can get a sense of it. Yeah, honestly, the 3DS port is a really good way to play it. It is one of my favorites. Unfortunately, I only have an original model 3DS, because 3DS XLs of all kinds are pretty expensive, so I have to play it in hand crank mode. I do actually like how they handle the 3D effect and stuff in those games.
You're doing great.
And then also some of the extra features, like the extra songs and Outrun and everything. It looks great. I'm too really knocked it out of the park with that one, as they tend to do. And yeah, I think that's gonna be all just for Space Harrier, because we I would not just be spending an entire stream looking at just the ones. I'm just actually curious about continue feature, so let's just see how that actually works.
Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
It doesn't seem to work. Okay. So, yeah. So, for whatever reason, through some sort of method that I am unsure about, they were, some homebrew editing program that you can change around the sprites and the PCM samples from there, and some of these are a bit weird. Unfortunately, there are probably a few more of these that I've just not been able to find. This is from a pack that someone put together a few years ago on the NFG Games forums, which is still a great resource for x68000 stuff if you have any questions or experience with hardware, or even trying to get new homebrew boards and stuff. So yeah, this first one is Harrier Desse. I have no idea what this is a reference to, but this one is quite weird, honestly. Hi, Yuria! It's good to see you, cutie. How are you doing? Yeah, you can already see they changed out the Arabic numerals for kanji. And don't quite. Oh, nice. I'm glad your recording went well. So, yeah, I'm just having a shorter, relaxing stream and stuff. So, let's start with this one. In fact, you can see even the scores.
Welcome to the fantasy zone.
So, yeah, we got some weird voice clips, and we got flying slimes. But I don't recognize where any of the other sprites are from. Yeah, unfortunately, theme with some of these is that some of these shot sounds are annoying, especially if they don't actually get interrupted by the hit sound, So yeah, it seems just based on my experience with these, that the only thing you could actually edit with these are the sprites and the sound samples, because the songs themselves were not replaced. I assume the sound driver was not reverse engineered or whatever else they would need to do for that. Nor the backgrounds changed. Also, I forgot to ask this before, but how are audio levels? Because I've had to adjust some things in my computer itself, but that should not affect the actual audio filters and levels that I set in OBS. Okay, I like these bubble slimes, so. And hey, Mario pipes, yeah. Okay, game is a bit loud. Okay, when I have a chance, unfortunately, there's no pause button because the x68000 doesn't support that. Okay, hold on. Here, I'll make this a bit lower. Okay. Is that better? Oop. I don't know why I keep on dying to these. Yeah, let me know if this sounds better at all, or if I should still adjust the link in OBS. Yeah, unfortunately, some of these. Oops. Oh no, I got the wrong window selected. Okay. That was good. I didn't suddenly lose my credit because of that. Yeah, that's the thing. These are, these sound effects can be a bit unpredictable. I want to try this again. I want to see if I can do a bit better. Hi, Washford. It's good to see you here. How are you doing?
Welcome to the fantasy zone.
Okay, I don't know what the continue actually does because it doesn't seem to ever let me continue. That is unfortunate. Because as weird as this one is, I do want to see a bit more to see what the sprites are. I'm just gonna take that death. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I saw you're playing that a bit. I hope that went well after the grinding. Oh, nice. Also, this sprite is kind of large, which even if it keeps the original hitbox of Harrier, that does make it a bit harder sometimes to see where the shots are coming from. Oh, a movement thing, yeah, that would make sense. Definitely seems that kind of, style. What's that other one? There's like some old anime that got like a revival in the early 90s that was like, that they appended Heisei to, and now I don't remember what it's actually called. But it vaguely reminds me of that as well. Yeah, I presume these would be a lot of cultural references. Another, like... Yeah, I assume these would be like other pop culture and otaku references in this one that I would just not understand being a Westerner who lived several decades after. Also, I'm doing even worse than I did. And I think I'm just gonna play another credit of this. Also, yeah, weirdly, this doesn't seem to have an actual high score, ranking, like it just has a single one.
Welcome to the fantasy zone.
I don't know, I feel motivated to keep on trying. Despite some of my mistakes like that one. Like you saw my playthrough of the actual arcade game, that I can do this first stage fine. But tonight, even when I'm on easy and build up the lives. I just want to hear that yeah one more time. Wait, hold on 1 second. Why are my captions? Okay, there we go. I was wondering why my captions weren't working before, but now they seem to be back. I was hoping that, like, my mic didn't suddenly cut out or something. Fortunately, playing on a system without a standardized start button is gonna be kind of tricky. Some later controllers did actually add a start and select, which became standard across FM Town, which uses a similar MSX pinout otherwise. And some games like Castlevania do actually let you enable them. While other times, other games would just like map it to a certain button function, like I think Geograph Seal does A and B at the same time, and that's how you access your weapon menu. But I hope that's not being a second before disaster. Okay, good. Given the fact that there are Dragon Quest slimes, I'm gonna assume that, like, the sprites here are taken from all over, but... Oh. Also, these ghosts move pretty quickly. Like, they're not ones that you expect to just be flying straight at you like that, but... Especially when compared to the planes. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna be done with this version for now. Okay, so let us go on to the next one on the list, Pretty Harrier. Okay. Yep, so in this one you play as a girl and you're shooting down a bunch of fruit, basically. Fruit is pretty varying drawing quality. I don't know if these were like scans of drawings that people made or something. Hey! You too. You can't just fluster me during a stream like that. Come on. And then we get these Pac-Man looking things. Also, yeah. This is what I mean by the varying quality, honestly. These Coke cans, they look rather well shaded. As do the grapes, but these bananas not quite as much. So, I'm not sure what necessarily was up with all of the drawings here. Or if some of these were direct sprite rips and others of them were just scanned in drawings or something. Yeah, honestly, I don't know where the sprite is from either. It also looks pretty good. Okay, there's finally a no-miss first stage. On easy. And yeah, these pineapples are also just weirdly colored. Like, I don't know why I'm spending so much time critiquing it, but it's just... When these are big sprites that come at you, it's kind of hard not to notice them. And it's also just interesting to think about, like, oh, how was this actually made? Like, I assume there was some kind of pre-made tool that someone had developed for this that, unfortunately, I could not find any information about, nor could I find the actual, like, any sort of screenshots or disk images of the tool itself. But yeah, I'm gonna assume that all the enemy sprites are one-to-one replacements with where they were positioned in the original game. So, fortunately, if you're looking at the equivalent of whatever the mammoth actually is, or the bonus stage dragon or something, I might not quite get to those. I am hoping, and yeah. That is the one weird thing about this game, but fortunately that doesn't last too long. Yeah, I guess with a name like Pretty Harrier it was kind of expected, but... Okay, I like those peanuts. Oh, finally, you make it into a stage 4. AKA a stage where the ceiling kind of comes back, and I guess those cubes are now dice. Those definitely look like they were taken directly out of some other game, honestly. I'm not sure what, but just the way they animate and the coloring and stuff just definitely makes me think that. Okay, that was a surprisingly quick stage 4. Oh, okay, here we go, bonus stage. Right on this giant worm thing. Also, the x68000 doesn't seem to like this one, as I can feel it slow down a bit. Ah, these extremely basic smiley faces. Like, I'm going to assume they were just made in some kind of simple paint program. I would have to look to see what one actually existed, but there definitely were on the x68000. In fact, they probably own an original copy of something, even if not necessarily a full retail box release like Deluxe Paint. Something that was included with some of these homebrew software collections. Also, the voice clip, you could hear some sound and stuff in there, so Yeah, but there are definitely common graphics drawing programs, and considering the x68000 could do pretty high color static images if you didn't have to worry about background layers or anything. Too much, but... Okay, let me just see if the continue works here. And if it doesn't, then we're gonna go on to our next game. Okay, somehow, I guess continue is at certain points, because, yeah, I guess every bonus stage or something, or every 5 or so stages. Okay, so let's see if we could actually make it farther now with our full set of lives. Just remember, when in doubt, circle around. That is the Space Harrier way. Okay, that looks like the Macross Valkyrie there, honestly. Especially the way it just landed on the ground and transformed. Oops. Okay, that was my mistake. Okay, I like these birds. Also, in the original arcade version, you actually had a bit more time when you were on the ground, knocked out, which you could then use to position some shots for when you were actually ready. So this port didn't seem to keep that, which is kind of annoying. Oh, we got cans of something else now. Even though those are functionally the same thing as the trees/pillars, I do like that they at least change up that look there. Okay, I think that is gonna be it for this one. So, oh, I also realized I forgot to change the game name. So, next one is called Rumik Harrier. I'll give you 1 second if you don't already know what this is. Try to guess what Rumik actually means. Yeah, I also do, and like my normal layout doesn't allow it, but since this is a non-standard size window, I just figured I would keep it for my arcade streams.
Welcome to the fantasy zone.
So yeah, In this one, you play as Lum, and you fight against characters from other works, well, sometimes from the same ones, or from various works by Rumiko Takahashi. So, that is interesting, especially... as a fan of her works, although, honestly, I am mostly familiar with Urusei Yatsura. Like, I was just not into, like, I was just too young to really be into anime when Ranma was really popular, and never quite got into Inuyasha either. Some of the other... so yeah, I'm not gonna get all of the characters, but I could at least recognize some of them in this game. Also, I definitely want to play the Sega CD Urusei Yatsura game at some point. That one is really good, and it's by Game Arts' very nice adventure engine, which actually does not use any FMV at all. It actually takes advantage of some of the extra sprite capabilities of the Sega CD there. And then they would make some other games on that and the Saturn in a similar fashion, like Yumi Mix. Oh, maybe I stuck it there. Well, that went quickly, because I think I took out the middle part a lot quicker. Yeah, I guess. It's kind of hard to speedrun a game where you're mostly moving automatically, but it could happen. Let's see. Can I still make it to stage 5 on this credit? Probably not by this point. They're definitely moving faster than I remember. Okay, this is a bit weird looking when you can't actually see their bodies. Like, normally you would see the body of the dragon. I don't remember what this boss is called. All of the bosses do have names, and they appear in the boss rush at the end in stage 18, so you can see why I might not necessarily remember them, because I, not from there. Yeah, that one makes sense. You know what's interesting? I actually believe there is a Maison Ikoku game for the x68000. I was like, some kind of adventure game, as you would probably expect. Okay, I'm gonna try again. I want to see if I can make it to the stage 5. But...
Welcome to the fantasy zone.
Okay. Yeah, there is also a PC Engine version. It's just interesting to think about, like, the, some of her works there and how they got adapted. Like, Urusei Yatsura got the good game that I mentioned. It also got, Love No Wedding Bell on the Famicom, which was a, Momoko 120%, because that was originally supposed to be an Urusei Yatsura game, but they didn't get the license, although they kind of left the music in. It definitely sounded very close to the original theme. And, but the Famicom port is kind of jank from what I heard, even the original is a weird one, but it's kind of endearing. Like, it's a tough game to play because it can be absolutely frustrating at times, but it is fun to watch. And then Momoko herself would actually, appear in some later Jalico works. And then, yeah, Ranma certainly was in a bunch of fighting games. One of them ended up actually getting localized with completely generic characters. And then they realized that Ranma actually had a bit of a following. So they decided to just localize the second one as an actual Ranma fighting game. And there have been some since then. There also is that weird PC Engine game that's not really a fighting game. And probably some other stuff too, but yeah, that was definitely most popular during the early 90s. Inuyasha, I know, did get it did get a Wonder Swan game, because I've been looking at Wonder Swan stuff and that game has come up sometimes. And I'm not sure what else, but considering that one was at its peak popularity in the late 90s and early 2000s, there probably is some other games based on that. And yeah, I guess that kind of covers it, really. I guess, as you would expect, Ranma is probably the one with the most, given the actual fighting anime. Oh, that's interesting, yeah. Oops, I got distracted looking at chat. Oh no. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna die now and start over.
Welcome to the fantasy zone.
Yeah, there are a lot of weird fighting games during the fighting game boom by people who didn't actually play Street Fighter, but they still wanted to make something. Like, during one of BBH's arcade requests, someone put out Shogun Warriors. It was Kaneko's first attempt at a fighting game, and probably was like something that was maybe intended to be a different kind of game, but then in the end they're like, oh, fighting games are popular, how hard can they be to make? I mean, you just got two characters at the same time. And then, yeah, it's really weird, and has a lot of very weird decisions. And some questionable voice clips in the Western version. But then they come out with, what's it called, Blood Warrior or something, the digitized fighting game. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, those are weird. There's also, like, on the Super Nintendo, there's Battle Blade, which is honestly one of the worst fighting games I've played. That one also has a dump button. In fact, it's only 2 buttons, despite, you know, being on a system that has 6, and, your main strat is just to get up close and throw as often as you can. It's just, yeah. The weird thing is, that game was by Sammy. Some of the staff, I think, would later go on, to Saurus. And make some of the Shock Troopers games. I'm trying to remember actually which staff they were a part of. Yeah, I think it was Taurus. That would have made sense. It's like such an unremarkable and maybe there's something else. Okay, that was my mistake. I should not have gone left at that point. Okay, good. Oh no! I was not expected. You can probably tell by my sudden reaction there. Okay, I'm gonna just give this one more credit.
Welcome to the fantasy zone.
Honestly, I enjoy playing this game enough that, it's fine by me to just keep on trying this for now. Okay. On to stage 2, the one that always seems to trip me up for some reason. Okay, that was again my mistake. There's one fireball. I clearly could have gone somewhere else. Also took that boss out pretty quickly and still managed to not get hit by the sudden expanded spinning stuff. Okay, yeah, now I remember why stage 3 is bad. All these objects that just come at you really fast. It can be very hard to shoot down in time. Okay, I think I'm gonna move on to the next game. Got 2 more games left. This first one is probably the most normal, but still does have some edits. This is Spatial Harrier. Spelled with a... No, it's spelled this. Also, Washboard, I'm not sure what MIL means, but maybe I don't want to know. But yeah, you can still see there's some weird stuff like that screaming duck statue. And the fact that our totally not Gundam Dom looking friend is wearing a schoolgirl outfit.
Welcome to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
So yeah, same sound clips. With some weird text on the explosions. And some extra stuff on the trees. Like, certainly, the sprites have been swapped around. It's not quite fitting of a theme or quite as wacky as some of the earlier ones that we saw, but... still interesting. Honestly, I'm trying to figure out how I'd rank them, and I'm not sure if I like, Harrier Desset or Pretty Harrier better. And hey, it's Doraemon! For some reason. And it's kind of like they're cans again, these trees, just like we saw in Pretty Harrier, interestingly, although they don't teach any other food. Going to presume those faces are also meant to be from some kind of manga I don't recognize. Again, a lot of pop culture references and stuff, but would have made a lot more sense to someone living in Japan in the 80s who could afford an x68000 and was willing to buy one. Oh, these say NEC on them. Okay, I didn't notice that before. So that might be some kind of NEC advertisement. And if so, that's a very good sprite recreation. Like, it uses the x68000 palette very well.
Get ready.
Unfortunately, the scream is not in this one.
Get ready.
Hi, Elvis. It's good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, I don't know why I have so much trouble with these enemies
Get
in
ready.
particular, but I just can't seem to shoot them down in time. Okay, we're gonna try another credit. I was doing well before that. I'm doing alright. Just kind of having a nice chill time, keeping out some weird late 80s Japanese computer
Welcome to the
homebrew.
fantasy zone. Get ready.
There was only one of these games I was actually able to make it far enough to see the bonus stage, which is where they let you continue from. Yeah, these are all just sprite and sound edits. No music, no background changes and stuff. I would assume this is done through some kind of tool that someone had made and distributed around. Presumably on foot, because that was the way you did things. Especially in Japan, I don't think there was much talk of the internet, although it certainly wasn't unheard of. I don't think there was quite as big as stuff about BBSs. Though there is that, when was it, like a 3DO game or something that had a whole interactive museum of what the web was like at that time. Interesting. A lot of the underground culture in particular. But see, these sort of things would probably have just been distributed on floppy disks and passed around to people. Like actual fully original Dojin games tended to be sold at like conventions like Comic Cat. Presumably. I'm not 100% certain on that, but that definitely feels like what that would do. I have been collecting those, and I hope to back them up sometime. Probably just transfer them directly to my
Get ready.
SCSI emulator, but I'm still looking to see if I could ever find a 5 1/4 inch drive that would work. Which I don't know if I had one, if it actually worked in my Windows 98 PC or not. That's another barrier. So I was just not paying attention there. Okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense for the cans. I can see that now. Okay, let's see if I can do stage 3 any better. Okay, I do like that, voice that says Gambarimasu, rather than the "you're doing great," but I don't know why they put in a jingle instead of just having, the normal death yell. Because that death yell is iconic.
Get ready.
And if they have...
Get ready.
Okay, I'm not even dying to the, enemies that I've had the most trouble with. Okay, yeah, I guess don't move around too much when they're on screen. Normally you want to move around to dodge, but... Yeah, okay, I'm gonna give it one more credit. I think I could do stage 2 better also.
Welcome to the
I mean, I certainly can on the original game. I've done, maybe something with this port, but I am playing on easy. made it to stage 3 on real hardware. Oh.
Get ready.
Okay, and now you can actually see the,
Get ready.
thing up close. Okay. Still fine going into stage 3. Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm about to say, when these enemies come, you just stay in one spot, but I guess it doesn't always work. It depends on what angle they come from. And then also, yeah, sometimes you've had them come in right as other enemies that actually shoot at you go in, and those you want to always be moving around. Because shots are pretty much always aimed entirely towards you. Okay, there we go. Just made it to the boss this time. Ah, yeah, that would also make sense. I'm actually not too familiar with Japanese Fanta. I just, of course, recognize the Coke because those bottles look the same everywhere. Okay, that is Fanta, though. That just straight up says it. So yeah, I know Fanta is a different drink in different regions. Because of its weird, although not as sinister as some people might have you believe history. You don't have to worry about, avoiding drinking Fanta. Don't worry about that. Yeah, that was a quick stage 4. And there's, the mechas from the title screen. Oh hey, it's, the friends from Baraduke. Okay, so this is actually our continue point, so that means that I could put in another credit once I run out of this one and start from here. Continue points are kind of weird. I wish they just let you continue right from the stage that you died on, but I guess that would be too easy or something. I don't know. Tempo was kind of stingy with continues in some of their ports. Like, Fantasy Zone, you have to just outright enable it from the secret options menu. Which is weird. That is a port that has a different reason that I would want to show that off at some point. But probably not playing it just all the way through legit. Because... yeah, I think that face is the same as it was in the original. I think it had the 3 lights, but I can't remember. This is gonna do all sorts of weird things to my actual memory of Space Harrier.
Get ready.
Hi, FaZe. I'm not actually sure what you're talking about. And hey, here are the ducks on the title screen. So...
Get ready.
yeah, okay. You're right. It is the same. And I'm going to continue on. In fact, my previous score from Rubik Harrier was also in the 7 million range. But given the fact that you automatically get points and you keep on going forward, I guess that makes sense. Oh, okay. What knows? What are you on about? Yes, I know that. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I hadn't actually thought about that in quite a bit because it was an Apple Arcade exclusive. So, no one talked about it. People were talking about all sorts of other weird releases and stuff coming out soon, but that was not one of them. So we'll have to look into that after. Probably wishlist it. That might be. I mean, there was the Neptunia game that I played a while ago. That I did stream, and I beat it on normal, but not on hard. Unfortunately, I got pretty close, but that one was fun. I enjoyed that. Probably are others. X-Zodiac takes some aesthetic inspiration, but it's mostly a Star Fox style game. Yeah, I don't think there were other ones. Interestingly, Retro Pals last night actually did show off one on the Famicom.
Get ready.
Was it the Famicom Disk System? I can't remember. Made by Pony Canyon, and... okay, Asura the Striker. Now that vaguely sounds familiar, I'm gonna have to check that one out. Don't worry about shooting them down, like they don't. On their own,
Get ready.
Okay, I don't remember it. I don't think it was that name, but okay.
Get ready.
Gotta pay attention to see if I can. Okay, one more try because we got closer. So I think, yeah, one more try we can get up to stage 7. Hopefully not doing that all the time.
Get ready. Get ready.
Okay. It's 7 again. Let's see if I can actually make it through this time. Trying to focus on revival right now. Hi, Lou. How are you doing? It's good to see you here. Welcome. Okay, we made it to stage 8. Where we once again have cans of Pocari Sweat and that NEC lady. Oh wow, there's still more of you.
Get ready.
Oh, that was close. Okay. So I have saved the best for last, which by pure coincidence also happens to be the last one in this alphabetical list here. This is Street Harrier. Probably the most well-known of these acts anyway. So weirdly, This game, instead of having the normal 3 and 5 lives, has 1 and 9. We're gonna set this to 1 and keep the rank on normal, and you are gonna see why.
Welcome to the fantasy zone.
Oh yeah, this stars Ryu as he appears in the original Street Fighter. You can hear the Hadouken. And yeah, I believe the cars on the ground are are from Power Drift, and these ships are from Galaxy Force 2. These other things look familiar, but they are not something necessarily specific to an arcade game. We've got Tetris blocks here, which in Japan would have been very associated with the arcade, because Sega's arcade version of Tetris was extremely popular for a long time. And then yeah, we've also got Pac-Man looking kind of like his Pac-Mania incarnation. Yeah, that's Doom, as that's called. But our first boss here is the Vic Viper with a whole bunch of options. And as you can see, possibly by design, in fact I would say probably by design, this game has infinite lives. At least if you set it on 1, I'm not sure about 9 off the top of my head. Though, yes, we can finally see all the stages. No issue. Which is why it's another one to hang on to play. And yes, here's Hang On, and Afterburner, and Moai, and what I believe was the car from Chase HQ. Yeah, I'm just listing all the arcade references that I can get, that I can find here, because there are a lot of them, and they're great. And is that Ninja Kid in the middle there? It looks like it. Ninja Kid, of course, being the UPL version that was kind of changed to something different by Jalico with the Ninja Dunmaru. But that was on consoles, so yeah, we got more Sega references now. The Ferrari from Outrun, and the helicopter from Thunderblade, which Thunderblade is one of those games that hopefully, I'm thinking at some point I might do an odds and ends stream, and I would be looking at Thunderblade there as being one of these killer games that I didn't have a chance to actually look at in my stream of that. And hey, it's Salamander enemies. Even the Top and Score logos have been changed from their original look to Afterburner or Super Hang On. I don't remember. One of the other Skiller games. I'm pretty sure it's Afterburner. In fact, the stage names themselves seem to have been changed. to enemies from the original Street Fighter. And this is the only one that we've seen that actually bothered to change the stage names at all, even though any of them could have edited those. I also like those spinning cars, yeah. These cars just spinning out of control. Presumably they were all just launched into space, and somehow just ended up flying into the fantasy zone. Oh, so... that might have been Arthur, actually, in the silhouette. But yeah, here you can actually see Gen. And in the bonus round, we are on the F-14 from Afterburner, with Ryu doing a very amusing-looking headstand there. Wow, I actually got more points that time. And even an extend, that doesn't matter. Okay, this one is Yomitomo, so I guess no, all these stages are not necessarily named after, And there is, in fact, a tiny bit of background editing, because I guess they did manage to fit some new stuff in there, so I guess this did edit a bit more than that one. Also, that voice you're hearing is probably the witch from Genpei Tomiden who revives you. Here's the Valkyrie. That is another game that I absolutely love to play, Valkyrie no Densetsu. But yep, we got Opa Opas also. And even enemy Ryus for some reason. Just throwing fireballs out of Tatsumakis like this is some kind of bootleg of Street Fighter 2, and that was a Gradius enemy there, those bosses. Pretty sure the ones that open up and shoot out missiles. Come on, catch. I'm not sure off the top of my head which game that car is from, because I'm pretty sure you've already seen the Ferrari and the SCI car. Or not SCI, JSHQ. SCI is the sequel. Oh hey, it's Unknown Soldier from Forgotten Worlds. And here, yeah, this is the Gradius 2 Spider Boss, the one that you have to avoid, and also gets referenced in Parodius as a Vegas showgirl. You know what's also interesting? A lot of these Ryu sprites were not in the original Street Fighter, so like, someone had basically edited Harrier to draw a whole bunch of their own ones, I think, because yeah, these, like some of the stances and stuff definitely looks like they're edits of Harrier, so. Fortunately, no new references yet. Oh, okay, this is a, Fantasy Zone boss. Actually. I believe the, Stage 2 one, but the snowmen are from a later stage. Okay, the spinning cars are the, cubes. That makes sense. Okay, I think that unknown soldier is supposed to be the giant, but I don't quite remember what all the bosses are. Round 10 is Pac-Man. Fortunately, with less new enemies each time, there are less comments I can make about trying to identify the source of all of them. Zoels, I don't know what that's a reference to. I also noticed the way those, Gen enemies shatter. Interesting. Oh, that was fast. If I was not circling around, yeah, I would have died just like that. Okay, that kind of looks like, Ryu Hayabusa from the... No, that isn't, never mind. I was about to say, it kind of looks like that from the Arcade Ninja Gaiden title screen, but I don't think it is. It might be something else entirely. Yeah, it is, And another bonus round, same dragon. Yeah. I mean, you can see why it kind of resembled that, but it's definitely some other character from probably some arcade game that I don't know. Okay, Bakura. Scott Bakula. We're gonna be quantum leaping here. The most feared enemy, a bunch of panels. That is probably a reference to Xevious. Because Xevious had a bunch of panels that you couldn't destroy and they would interrupt the sound, which was actually a good thing. And hey, Ninja Kid. I was right about there being Ninja Kid references in this game. But yeah. Xevious, for as influential as it is, I just cannot actually play it. The sound design just gets grating way too quickly, and I don't like the mechanic of having a bomb that only goes a few feet in front of you. I think that games like Brave Force would use the whole two-layer thing much better, but otherwise just stick to having both air and ground enemies be able to be attacked by the same shot. No, Dream Harrier, that is not Jajamaru. Jajamaru is the Jalico console one. That is Ninja Kid by UPL. That was actually what inspired Jajamaru, because I think their first game was just a port of that, and they ended up pulling an Adventure Island and made their own series completely differently. But yeah, because Ninja-kun did get a, or Ninja Kid, I think in the West, did get a sequel in like 1987. So it certainly would have been fresh in this point. This point being, I don't know exactly when, but at least 1989. There's no Street Fighter 2 references, so it's probably sometime in 1989 or 1990 if I would have to hazard a guess on this particular one. Oh hey, it's another enemy I don't recognize again. But yeah, at least my complaints about Xevious are addressed in like 3D plus G, because that has not only actual music but also different weapons. And some of them definitely do make it easier to destroy ground targets, so I would gladly play that game. But not the original. I'll play Star Force, I'll play Terra Cresta, but not necessarily I'll play that one. Oh, that Gen is a lot taller than Ryu is. I don't think that's quite accurate to the original Street Fighter or any of the subsequent games that he has appeared in. We got the afterburner docking ship launching Opa Opas. Okay, round 17 is Sagat, so we must be getting close to the end. And now everything moves fast, and yeah, that's definitely Arthur and that silhouette there, but I don't know what it's actually supposed to be doing after that. Like, what's the thing that's going out from the lightning? Here's Sagat, much like the giant there, you have to take out the two shields, but then... Okay, round 18, this is the boss rush. Maybe we can actually see what everything's named. Weirdly, like in the original, the boss rush is out of order. So yeah, we got Intruder, because that's what the voice clip in Salamander says, an intruder has penetrated our force field. Even though they're clearly referring to you, not to them, but... Okay, then we get Ninja Kid. And then, third in the order, we get the actual first stage boss, which is the Vic Viper in this case. A lot more options than what you can normally carry. Yeah, this one is just called Moai, even though it also has a Ninja Kid inside. Okay, it's just still called Zawels, and I don't know what that means. Yeah, Polanda, that's from Fantasy Zone. And there's Zawell again. And Met. I didn't even have time to make my love to Mets reference. Come on. Okay. I'm just trying to get through this. I want to see what all the boss names are. Alright, Washboard, I'm actually not gonna be on for too much longer, because after this game ends, I'm gonna be finished, but, hope you rest well. It was very nice seeing you here. Hi, Sierra! Good to see you. How are you doing? Yeah, I was playing some interesting games, and thanks to the fact that, this one has infinite lives, I can just brute force my way through it. Okay, let's see if we're anything else. Maybe this is just the end. Yes. And that's all. Thank you for the pet, Syria. Oh wait, that's an epilogue. The battle has ended in a resounding success. Every single barbaric creature has been eliminated from Lost World, and the menacing shadow of the evil one can no longer be seen. Never again will the planet fall victim to the invasion of a mad ruler. Peace has been restored, and the land that has once abounded with death and devastation will soon become alive and overflowing with greenery and animals of every description. Yes, the victory was certainly a decisive one. What of the mysterious flying citadel? Inflict such destruction on Lost World. What if its aim is not merely one of carnage, but instead constitutes part of a master plan of intrigue? Lend gratitude of Uriah, the gallant warrior, disappeared toward another troubled spot in the universe. Yeah, okay, here we get an actual full enemy roll call, so I can see if there's any other one that I missed. Hey, tracking, come on. What are you doing? Okay, there we go. Yes, there's the enemy Ryu. That's a cute Valkyrie. I mean, I know that sprite is taken exactly from the arcade game, but still. Okay, I guess that boss is just called the Covered Core. You can see it better now. Oh yeah, that one is crap. I called it Spider for some reason. And Space Harrier as Ryu. Not Ryu as Space Harrier, it's the other way around apparently. Space Harrier just put on a Ryu cosplay and started throwing Hadokens. And we get the credits from the actual port. You can see. Bridal Naniwa. And that should be all.